opening round matchups. We've discussed a lot of them already, so we can repeat some of the things that we said. Are there any opening round matchups that you think might have some value on their spreads? I can tell you right now. I'll start right now. I was going to fade Indiana no matter who they were playing. They're going up against Wichita State. That is fine with me. I don't know what that spread's going to be. Obviously, Wichita State, I'm assuming, will be, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 points.
-5.5.
They're -5.5?
Wichita State -5.5.
All right, that's a little bit.
According to sportsbookreview.com/betting odds, make sure everybody goes there and checks it out.
Yeah. All right. I was gonna say maybe 3.5 or 4, 5.5. Kind of getting up there, but I'd still take Wichita State -5.5 over Indiana +5.5. Dave Golokhov, identify a first-round matchup you think might have some value.
Let me just take a look. I love Northern Iowa. I know it's one of those dangerous 5-12 matchups, but I like to live dangerously. They're ranked 7. I just think this is a perfect matchup for them. To me, they're a poor man's Virginia, Wisconsin type team.
Yes.
Shoots the ball pretty well, very sound. Wyoming has all sorts of problems on offense. Sometimes it looks like they're playing with just 4 men on the court. 62.2 points per game, and that's actually on 46% shooting on the year. They're shooting 46%, but still only scoring 62 points per game. I don't know what they're aiming for, but I like Northern Iowa in the first round.
No, I hear you. Northern Iowa dominated all comers in conference play, and they didn't really blow anyone out by more than 20 points, but they kind of beat everyone by between 12 and 15. And Wyoming might not bring more to the table, much more to the table than Evansville or some of those teams did that they saw during the regular season. All right, Jordan Sharp, do you have a first round matchup you want to discuss with us?
Yeah, first day of the tournament, one of the first games that tip off. I mean, right now, I think you're stealing money with SMU only -3 against UCLA right now. That just baffles me that they're that low. I figured they'd be at least a few points higher than that. I think Southern Methodist here, playing some pretty good basketball down the stretch. I think you could see them win that game pretty easily. And 3, 2.5, even you can look at it. Some books I think is pretty good value.
SMU is a team that usually has a very good home court edge, and I've been loving to bet on them at home last year and this year, especially off a loss, especially off a home loss. On a neutral court, though, against a talented team like UCLA, I agree with you, though. 3 is not that many points. I'm not sure I want to take UCLA there, but betting on SMU as a favorite when they're not at home against a good team makes me a little bit nervous.
You know that public is going to be fading UCLA. It's already in the media. People who know basketball don't know basketball. They're going to be fading UCLA. The one thing with SMU, I kind of do want to fade UCLA myself, but with SMU, they're kind of thrilled to be here, right? It's a team that got snubbed last year. They secured their berth by winning the tournament. What do you think of that public split there that against SMU there?
SMU is a very, very well-coached team. They might have a talent discrepancy when they go up against some of the elite teams. That line seems pretty dead on to me. There's nothing that I'm really feeling right now on that one. I wouldn't want to bet against SMU, I'll tell you that. And when I want to bet on them, I don't know about that one. That game, from a spread perspective, feeling like a pass to me.
It is a little fishy that they are only 2.5 to 3 point favorites. It just looks like it could be too good to be true, and you know what that sometimes means? It means it could be a trap. So you guys talking, I didn't really think about that initially. I just kind of went with my first instinct that wow, that line's really low. But could we see both? The public and sharps both kind of on the same side of this one with SMU? I don't know. That's I think the question that needs to be answered.